Imagine pulling into a car wash with just a few dollars in your pocket. You drive in, the machines start working, and just a few minutes later, your car comes out looking clean. From the outside, it looks incredibly simple. Water sprays, brushes spin, and your car moves through the tunnel. But behind those few minutes is a surprisingly complex business. The customer drives away happy, but the owner is thinking about something completely different: revenue, operating costs, equipment, and profit. Because a modern car wash isn't really selling soap and water. It's selling convenience, speed, location, and increasingly, something even more valuable: recurring memberships. And that raises an interesting question. How much does it actually cost to own a car wash, and how much money can the owner really make? The first major decision isn't the equipment. It's the location. Before buying a single machine, a car wash owner has to figure out where customers are going to come from. A great car wash location usually sits on or near a busy road where thousands of vehicles pass every day. Traffic is potential revenue. Locations near supermarkets, gas stations, shopping centers, apartment complexes, and busy intersections can be especially valuable because customers are already driving through these areas. A cheap piece of land may look attractive, but if very few cars pass it, the business could struggle. A more expensive location with massive traffic may actually be the better investment. And that's where the first major expense appears. Good commercial land can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in major cities it can cost several million. Some owners buy the property, others lease it. Leasing reduces the upfront investment, but creates a permanent monthly expense that has to be paid whether business is busy or slow. Once the property is secured, the real construction begins. A modern car wash needs specialized buildings, lanes, drainage systems, electrical infrastructure, payment systems, and equipment areas. This isn't like opening a small retail store. The property has to be designed specifically for vehicles, water, heavy machinery, and constant movement. Construction alone can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, and unexpected construction problems can push the budget even higher. Then comes the equipment: conveyors, brushes, pumps, dryers, vacuums, water systems, payment machines, and everything else required to keep the operation running. One of the most important pieces is the conveyor system. It continuously pulls vehicles through the tunnel, allowing the business to process many customers without requiring an employee to wash every car by hand. But there's another major infrastructure requirement: water. The facility needs pipes, pumps, drainage, treatment systems, and systems capable of handling thousands of gallons of water. And before opening, the owner may have to deal with zoning, environmental rules, construction permits, engineering, insurance, and other regulatory requirements. Finally, after months of construction and a massive investment, the doors can open. Now the owner has the most important challenge of all: getting cars through the tunnel. There are several different car wash models. Self-service, full-service, and automated express tunnels are among the most common. In a self-service car wash, the customer does most of the work. The owner provides the equipment, water, soap, and facility, while the customer handles the cleaning. Full-service operations are different. Employees wash, dry, vacuum, and clean the vehicle. Customers pay more, but labor costs are also much higher. Then there's the express tunnel model. Customers stay inside their vehicles while automated equipment does most of the work. This model is powerful because the same tunnel can process a large number of cars every day. The more efficiently it operates, the more revenue the facility can potentially generate. Speed matters. If a tunnel can process more vehicles per hour without sacrificing quality, the owner can generate more revenue from the same physical property. Now let's talk about pricing. A basic wash might cost around $10 depending on the market. A premium wash could cost $20 or more, while higher-end packages may include wax, tire shine, special cleaning chemicals, and other services. This gives the customer choices while giving the business an opportunity to increase the average amount spent per visit. Imagine the car wash processes 300 vehicles every day. Even with a relatively modest average ticket, that can create a significant amount of daily revenue. The owner can calculate daily sales simply by multiplying the number of cars by the average amount each customer spends. And when hundreds of cars enter every day, those individual transactions can quickly turn into thousands of dollars in daily revenue. Multiply that across an entire month, and the numbers become much larger. But there is an even more powerful revenue source. The busiest periods might be Saturday mornings, when customers have free time and want to clean their vehicles. But on a quiet weekday afternoon, the same facility may have very few customers. So revenue isn't always consistent throughout the day. That's why operators study traffic patterns, operating hours, weather, and customer behavior to maximize the busiest periods. But the biggest transformation in the car wash industry has been the rise of monthly memberships. Instead of paying every time they visit, customers can pay a fixed monthly fee for unlimited or frequent washes. For the business, that creates recurring revenue. Instead of hoping customers return next week, the business already has a relationship with them. Imagine 3,000 members paying an average of $30 every month. That's $90,000 in recurring monthly revenue. And unlike a one-time customer, a member can continue generating revenue month after month, year after year. But not every member behaves the same way. Some may wash twice a month, while others may visit much more frequently. Frequent customers create additional costs because every visit uses water, chemicals, electricity, and equipment capacity. So unlimited memberships aren't simply free money. Water is one of the most obvious operating costs. A modern tunnel can use a tremendous amount of water while serving hundreds of vehicles. That makes water management extremely important. Owners need to monitor consumption and control unnecessary waste. Many modern facilities use water reclamation systems. Used water can be collected, treated, and reused for certain parts of the washing process. But these systems also require maintenance. Filters need replacement, pumps can fail, and the recycling equipment itself represents an investment. Then there are the chemicals, soap, foam, wax, tire cleaners, drying agents, and other products are used every day. Premium packages may use more chemicals, but they also generate more revenue. The owner has to make sure the additional cost is justified by the additional price. Drying is another major part of the operation. Powerful dryers push large amounts of air across the vehicle as it leaves the tunnel. All of those pumps, motors, dryers, lights, conveyors, and vacuum systems require electricity, creating another recurring operating expense. And remember, this is a mechanical operation. Dozens of machines may be working together every day. Belts wear out. Brushes need replacement. Bearings fail. Sensors malfunction. And sometimes the conveyor itself can break. A failed pump may look like a small mechanical problem, but in a car wash, one critical failure can potentially stop an entire section of the operation. If the tunnel stops during a busy period, cars may be forced to wait outside while the business loses valuable revenue, and the cost isn't only the repair bill. Every hour of downtime can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars in sales that never happen. That's why preventative maintenance is so important. Smart operators try to fix small problems before they become major failures. Spending a few $100s on maintenance today can sometimes prevent a much larger repair bill tomorrow, along with lost revenue. Labor is another major expense. Even automated car washes need employees to manage entrances, prepare vehicles, help customers, maintain the facility, and keep everything moving. Managers also have to monitor employees, equipment, customer service, memberships, and daily operations. Then come the expenses customers rarely think about: insurance, taxes, software, security systems, accounting, licenses, and administration. Payment processing is also part of the economics. Every time a customer pays with a card or through an automated system, the business may pay transaction fees. Modern facilities can even use license plate recognition to identify members automatically and make the customer experience faster. Some companies also use mobile apps, allowing customers to manage memberships, payments, and vehicle information directly from their phones. Then there are free vacuum stations. They may look like an expense, but they can actually help attract customers and make a membership more valuable. A customer might choose one car wash over another because it offers free vacuums. That small feature can influence where the customer spends money. Now let's build a hypothetical example. Suppose a car wash processes 450 cars per day. If the average customer spends $16, the business could generate roughly $7,200 in daily wash revenue. Over an entire year, that can add up to millions of dollars in sales. But again, revenue is not profit. Now add 3,500 monthly members paying an average of $30. That's another $105,000 in recurring monthly revenue. But from that revenue, the business still has to pay labor, utilities, chemicals, maintenance, insurance, taxes, software, marketing, property expenses, and many other costs. After operating expenses, financing costs, depreciation, and taxes are considered, the actual profit can be dramatically lower than the headline revenue number. And many owners don't pay for the entire project with cash. They use loans to finance the land, construction, and equipment. That means the business has monthly debt payments. Even during a slow period, the bank still expects its payment. Competition is another major risk. A successful location can attract competitors who want a share of the same customers. A new competitor might offer cheaper memberships, better technology, more attractive facilities, or special promotions. Weather can also affect demand. If heavy rain is coming, customers may postpone washing their cars. But after several days of bad weather, demand can suddenly explode as customers want to remove mud, dirt, and road grime. That's why customer lifetime value is so important. A customer who pays $30 every month for 3 years can be worth more than a customer who visits once and never returns. And if an owner creates a profitable system, they can potentially replicate it across multiple locations. One successful car wash can become 5, 10, or even more locations. So the next time you see a car wash, remember what you're actually looking at. It's not just a place where cars get cleaned. It's a business built around traffic, recurring revenue automation, customer retention, and operational efficiency. Get the location right, control the costs, keep the machines running, and a simple-looking car wash can become a highly sophisticated and potentially very profitable business. But get the location wrong, take on too much debt, or underestimate the costs, and that same car wash can become a very expensive investment beside a very busy road. That is the economics of owning a car wash.